Hudson Township board meeting.
It is July 12th, and we're going to start. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's been advanced. I'm just going to make sure this is running.
Perfect.
Okay.
And it closed down.
It does?
After dusk, or at 10 o'clock or something. And it doesn't make records at all.
All right. Everybody's in attendance. We started at 4:30. Fire territory meeting update. Didn't have one. They canceled it.
It was canceled this month. I guess there was nothing too crucial to go over, so we'll be getting back into that this next month.
Which I may be requesting that meeting gets moved to another day because I have something that is going to be coming up and conflicting with that. But that's for another time. Financial report. Jump into. Beginning balance was $77,015.09. Ending balance was $73,775.31. We had two deposits, $129 and which was the ACH from LaPorte County. Interest payment of $16.28. Two withdrawals with the bank card. Those were the Amazon purchases, $545.67, $1,400.27, $1,427.38. That was the girls' flagpole picnic table. And we had 5 checks go out. One was a poor relief, went to AEP. We had April energy bill check get cashed last month. We had a work comp, I don't know how much more detail. If you want to see these, you can let me know. $235 for renewing our workers' comp. $800 the Landscape Services LLC, that was for May mowing, park at the cemetery, and then $25 or another check went out for the May energy, it says on the check. So if you guys want to see those in more detail or anything else, if there's any issues.
Okay.
Okay.
I accept the financial report as read.
Okay. Accept. Maybe a second. Will you take a second? Second. All in favor? Excellent. In favor. All right. I sent out the meeting minutes. I'm happy to let you guys see these if you're interested. But just to save time, send it out. Let me know if there's any reviews. Anything that needs to be changed.
No, I emailed it back.
I saw it. Yeah, he said it was good. Did you by chance see that, or did you want to review it?
No, I didn't look at it.
Okay.
Accept them as read,
Okay.
or as emailed.
Minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor. Okay, a couple old business items I wanted to address. I mentioned the weeds at the beach. A gentleman by the name of Clark Keller. His company is R&W Site Services LLC, so I'm saying this partially to give him a little something online. He donated his time and brought over some equipment and did a little bit of dragging of the sand there. I appreciate that. Thank you for making our beach a little bit more beautiful. Appreciate that. I wanted to mention that. And then, of course, you guys saw in the financial report, flagpole, grills, picnic table. That was all ordered. Everything but the picnic table is currently at the shed. I still have to get the picnic table over. So that's ready to be put in. And then old business also, the down fence, which Doug says is their fence, which makes sense. They're protecting their equipment. That's what he said. I was just checking in with him. He is working on moving that equipment, or the slats, or however you want to say it, the marble, whatever it is. He was working on moving that. They had an accident. Son Dougie had a horrible break in his leg, so some thoughts and prayers for Dougie. But they're working on that. He's hired some people and rented new equipment. He's going to get that moved, he hopes, from 10 days from Monday, is what I believe he had said to me. And then I have something else for new business. Any other?
Isn't it interesting that it takes 2 months to straighten up the fence? It's just.
I appreciate him letting me get updates, but yeah. So We're in old business. Old business, anybody?
Does that include the fish stocking?
Yeah. If you any updates on that?
What did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
I have some sort of an update on the idea or the process to stock fish in Hudson Lake. I had talked to that lady.
Mhm.
What was her name?
It's in old minutes. I just.
I was talking to her, and she said the process is you have to apply for a permit first that she approves, and also she's the one that decides what kind of fish you can put in. She said, "We'll not put largemouth bass or bluegill in the lake." I says, "Well, I was kind of leaning towards bluegill because with the new boat launch, you know, we have a lot more traffic, a lot more pressure on the lake." He says, "Well, you know, regular bluegills are pretty prolific." He says, "But I will okay red ear." I said, "I'm good with that." You know, so I said, "How about walleye?" She says, "Yeah, I'll probably okay walleye." So the process is first to get the permit and then find a supplier for the fish. Now, I also have a friend who works for the DNR, and he told me the whole process, told me to help me zero in on this permit. But he said, for this year, you can find a supplier, but nobody's gonna have fish for you this late in the year. But you can get through everything that you need to have done and everything okay, and be ready to put fish in for next year. So that's
Can
what.
we,
that's
can we
what-
pre-order them?
Later on, yeah,
you
for
can't
next
pay
year.
for it.
Yeah,
In
we just gotta
township-
get the permit approved.
Yeah, we can't pay for it, but yeah, if we can get an order in, and then we can put,
Yes.
talk about it in our budget, let's, see if we can, may still find a supplier, and then if we wanna do that, we can do that in our budget.
What I'm saying is pre-order, get a contract signed to get the fish next year.
Right.
And that way, nothing has gotten really cheaper, so if we're gonna do that, now's the time.
I can do that. I know the permit is $10 for the stocking permit. And, this, I don't know if you know Mason Laurie, he works with DNR.
Are you going to be able to do the permit if we approve the $10? Can you submit
I
it?
will, I looked at it today, you know, it's just a matter of filling what we want, you know, or submitting what we want.
You know better than
To
I
do
do.
that,
I
you
know
know,
if
we
you have
have to
any-
get some exact numbers on how much it costs. I
Well-
have no idea how much it costs for fish.
Do you have, any suppliers picked out?
Not yet.
Okay.
Mason told me he knows a bunch of them and he will give me that information.
I would say the thing to do is to approve the $10 to get the permit submitted. And then we can work on getting suppliers.
Well, I make the motion, the $10 permit.
All right, I second.
If you can get that, Roger, I mean, sooner than later, and then we can start looking at pricing.
Okay,
Well, even to find suppliers, that's,
right. And,
who was that, the one that was on your soccer team? They worked for that family, worked for the DNR.
I don't know who you're talking about.
As a matter of fact, it was the fish hatchery south of Port.
yeah, well, this guy worked there, this friend.
Okay, okay.
And actually, his younger brother is in charge of some region for the DNR now.
What's the last name?
Laurie's, you know Kevin Laurie's?
Oh, yeah, from Joe's.
His kids.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye. That's for the permit.
That's for the $5 permit.
Good.
Or $10 permit.
$10 for the permit, and I'll try to get more information on
Possible stock.
how much fish costs.
Yeah.
Right. More than 5 fish, you know. Because the lady I was talking to previously, she says, well, if you want a sustainable fish out here, you need to throw 5,000 fish in. Well,
What does that cost?
I don't know, but.
I don't think it's that much. I
I
think it's
know-
less than what we think it is.
I know that- Yeah, I know that
Permittance is all done.
when Delbert put channel cat and hybrid bluegills in, he put 3,000 each in. And that was money he raised off of having a turkey shoot and ice fishing derby and other donations. And, I don't know.
We just gotta get, we gotta get suppliers and then numbers and figure it out from there.
Sounds good to me. So anything else, old business?
Going back, did you say the panels are now off the fence or not yet?
I haven't even,
You know,
when I spoke to him, I haven't driven past it. He told me they were removing them and then had the accident. So then he was working
I
on
think they're still on it.
It doesn't sound like they're out there.
Doug's leg was broke while they were moving those?
I didn't ask for all the details, but he told me the damage, and yeah, I was quite morbid with the details.
I've seen him. I mean, I've seen him.
He's laid up for
July.
3 to 6 months or something. Horrible. Any other old business? Some thoughts and prayers for Dougie?
If we wanna do something more with the parking lot over there, we're gonna need gravel.
Yeah.
I took the tractor over there and did some work with it. It doesn't look great, it looks better than it did.
How do you want to throw the park over there?
Yeah, we should need gravel, for sure. A lot of us down to the plastic, but, so anyway, that's the way it is.
Well, I know my son just bought 7 yards, it's like $1,000 from Smalls over there. I think you could get it cheaper, but he said it, he gave us a report, but it was enough to do his drive, and it's at least 25 wide by 40 feet long.
So that sounds bigger than what we have over there.
I
Yeah?
think.
For gravel.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
You're saying just to get the gravel? Or,
bigger. Just to have it dumped in there.
well. why
And not to
don't you-
level it?
We got 2 local guys,
Yeah.
Clark Keller and then, CJ's Landscaping
And also town hall.
in Boston. I mean, we maybe hit them up, see on the gravel.
I think that may be something we just need to budget for next year. That may be necessary. But okay, we know that is something we're probably going to need to do
We'll table getting estimates for
for that.
Till next year.
gravel.
Any other old business by chance? Moving on. All right. Before, as we move into new business, I want to say thank you to Gretchen with Dental Lifeline. She made me aware of Dental Lifeline. It's a philanthropy organization. It's mostly, I think it's just in Indiana. 50-something years they've been together. They help out people 65 or older who can't work, debilitated, or Medicare. A couple qualifiers, but they do whole dental makeovers. They wanted to make it sure we were aware here in the township. I put that on the Facebook page, so if somebody is in mind, I have an application. I'm sure they'd also be happy to provide one if you want to be anonymous. So I just wanted to give a thanks to them. Any other new business we should be going into? Just wanna make sure I thank
Is
her.
that the medical devices that you have?
No, I need to probably mention that. So I did pick up 2 AEDs. We won that grant. In the grant, it didn't say specifically that the the shelving units, the units that they're stored into, have to be plugged into and temperature controlled. It was not. That was not something that was on my
They just
radar.
have to have power.
They have to have power. We don't have power at the park. We don't have power at the beach, which is where I won those grants for. So my intention is we'll put the one in the park when we have power there. The other one here at the beach, I don't think we really intend to put in a power outlet. So I'm, this is going out.
Though, if there's a pole nearby.
So we couldn't run power.
If we talk to them the reason for it and have a box put there, I don't think you'd wanna go to some homeowner and then you get a liability thing if they're all of a sudden not home and you don't have access to it, that would be a problem, I think.
So your floodlights are put in by the power company for nothing, right?
Run a power cord for this thing specifically.
That's what, so.
It could be
say
hardwired in even.
They can bring it right down the side of the pole, and they might do that for free also, since we're gonna be using the power all the time.
Well, why don't you give me the details of what that thing is and I will call the power company.
Perfect. I'd love to offload that.
Speaking of power, I was talking to a friend who, he's an electrician, runs a crew out of the Amazon plant. And I said, hey, do you know anybody that can help us out or give us a bid to get power down in the park? He said it wasn't his local in LaPorte County. He said, when you go to the local LaPorte County, 515 or 530, whatever is over there, and you ask for like some volunteer work, and they write that stuff off. He says, we do jobs like that all the time. For people that the local sends people out to take care of it, and just writes all that off.
I think we do that.
I'm not familiar with the local or even that much about, I've never met a union guy, but I think that's our route, is to call that Report County local
anybody be comfortable doing that? You know,
Contact us?
Yeah.
I figure he's got the fish, I got the power of the beach, you got that.
And now we need somebody to cut up a tree that's falling down the floor.
I'm gonna drive in there after this and take a look at it. Depending on the weather, I'm gonna try to do that Sunday.
It's a big tree.
Yeah?
I can't cut through that whole thing, but I might be able to clear a little bit of the little stuff and let you at least get to the tree.
Where's it
itself.
at?
I'll try.
Along the fence, the road?
Yeah, it's
East
right
Road?
down, right towards where that fire pit was, where we burned all that shit.
Yeah,
it's right there.
It's laid down right there.
I'm gonna drive in there after the meeting, I'll take a look at it, but it's kind of on my plan to get it Sunday.
I'll take it. Okay, there's one more thing I want to mention that the electrical stuff brought up to my mind's eye. I have a meeting scheduled for the end of the month with AWS's basically outreach coordinator. Getting your name if you're watching this, but that's trying to get them to sponsor some things. Maybe bleachers at the park. Maybe they could help support the
What's
electric.
AWS?
Amazon Web Services. That's all the stuff on the east side of town. So I don't know what they're going to do. There's no promises, but I have a meeting scheduled. So maybe they'd be willing to sponsor some stuff, some of our projects. Maybe the fish stocking, maybe the electrical stuff, maybe the bleachers. Anyways, just want to let people know that that's going on.
Okay. Did you ever hear back from the guy who wanted to buy some paper?
I don't know if I even forwarded the information about the picnic table to him, but I'll probably see him tonight.
I
He's working.
had personal conversations with him, but then it just kind of fell into the radar. So I think this year maybe the interest wasn't there. You know,
It happens.
it's a new business, they're up and coming, but not that.
They're doing a good job.
Not that it won't happen in the future.
Any other new business?
Yeah, early on when we had some other people at the meeting here who live right down by the beach there, their biggest complaint was people down at the beach late night partying down there. I come through there 11, 12 o'clock at night, and there might be 24 kids down there, and they look like young kids to me. So I went down there to read our sign up there, because for some reason I thought it said that the beach closed sometime during the night, either at dusk or 10 o'clock or something. It doesn't say that. So I think we need to look at that sign and decide whether or not we want a new sign and decide what it said, need to say, because
Were these kids juveniles? I mean, should they technically even be out at that time anyways?
Because I think there
Is there a curfew for
That-
Polk County?
Well, I'm sure there's a curfew anyways if you're
at
under
my age,
18.
everybody's a juvenile.
I'm just-
Hardly
If they're
not.
that size, it's like.
Do we have the authority to do that?
It is our beach, and
we
I will
can't-
check
we
if that
can
is
put
our
a sign
sign.
up there, once the sign's there, if it says it's closed, because it is our beach.
Well, we did have,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if maybe, I'm okay with discussing it, looking at doing it. I will make sure that that is ours to move and change. But we also had somebody who was stopped by a police officer there at night when a police officer was driving by. It sounds like one had in that instance, and was basically pushed off the beach, even though there's not really, like you said on the sign, and we're not going to trespass them. And he wasn't, supposedly he wasn't doing anything,
He was
so.
on a golf cart and he was just sitting there and an officer came through and says, you need to start packing up. And he said, well, why? And he's 60 years old. He said, I'm just sitting here enjoying the evening. And he goes, oh, you need to start packing up and moving out.
So maybe we want to put a special wording under there, or just, I don't know. There's two sides to this. I definitely see not wanting to have juveniles hanging out there.
Yeah, I
You
can
could
see
put
it.
that number at midnight, and it would stop a bunch of people. I've been by there at 12:30, and you would not believe how many people are at the beach.
I guess is it the loud music a problem, or actually that people are there is a problem? I don't know.
Were they playing music?
I never heard any loud music.
So they're
I
just.
know that lady that lives in that first house there, she came to a couple of meetings, and
Yeah.
that was her total complaint, was late night noise, kids at the beach.
I guess if you put a time on it and someone's there later, then what?
Then they'd be trespassed, I believe. You'd have to call the police still. And
I don't know, because I know people that have gone down there at midnight, 1 o'clock, fishing poles out to catfish. You know, it's like, what's wrong with that?
Right.
Like you said, is it a technicality? Are these kids even of age that they should be out of their parents' house? Is there a curfew in Hudson Township or Porter County? And I think that's what we need to look at.
I have no idea.
I don't have a problem if a guy or a woman or a couple or whoever is sitting down at the beach at 1 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
enjoying the stars.
When it's 80 degrees out, they might be swimming.
I've seen it before and not bothering anybody.
I think it's something to consider. Let's think about that. Find out if there is a curfew, because then then you just call it on adolescents.
It might be more of like a township awareness thing, maybe post on Facebook, say, hey, let's be respectful to neighbors at the beach. I don't know if you wanna go, what, the sign up there now currently, what's that say?
It doesn't say anything about closing at any time.
Yeah, but what's it say?
Hudson, Olive Township
Yeah.
residents only.
Olive
It
Township
says
residents only?
Hudson and Olive Township residents only. It says, no parking boats and trailers in the parking area there.
Of course, that's ignored.
No alcohol, no fires.
That's ignored.
No fires.
Yeah, no fires, I guess.
That might be, it might be one more item.
Okay, all right.
Basically, that's what it says.
So, like I said, if it was a thing with juveniles, and we need to check in and see what the law says about it, then if it's an underage thing, then an officer has a right to stop, question the kids, and if they are juveniles, then mom and dad get a phone call and say, why is your kid not home? You know, so.
Well, what is that, under 15, under 16?
we
you know?
need-
Let's
we
check
need-
into
We need
that.
to check the law. I have no idea.
I don't know, these kids, to me, it looked like they were older.
Over.
Oh, then they might have to show ID if you called. I mean, that's what it would take anyways. If somebody wanted to ignore it, we'd have to call the police, or somebody would have to, and they'd have the right to, and then they'd be trespassed. I believe that would be the process. Don't quote me on that. Can we table that, or do you?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, let's look into the curfew stuff, and then if we want to update that sign, I want to make sure it's ours. I'm sure it is. That's fine with me. Any other new business? Public comment?
I get the idea of stocking the lake. I have an objection to spending our tax dollars for that when it's the responsibility of the state, not Hudson Township. And it seems to me that since we've gotten this windfall of money from the property that we sold, we're trying to find ways to spend it. Well, that just isn't right. The lake is not ours. It belongs to the state. The state should be responsible for stocking it, not us. And I mean, there's several residents around here that like to fish, but there's a lot of people in Hudson Township. Why are you spending their money to stock the lake?
It's not their money, it's money we got from the sale of the Hudson Lake Conservation Club.
It's
It's
the
the Hudson Lake
township,
Conservation
it's the
Club.
township money.
Yes.
Yes, so why are we gonna use that money to stock the lake? I
We
have a
wouldn't have
problem.
this money if
I-
it wasn't for the
excuse me?
Conservation Club.
What difference does that make? The point is, we should not be stocking the lake. It's not our responsibility. It's DNR, it's the state of Indiana. It's not our lake. We don't own it. That's my comment.
That's her input, that's fine. Just like anything though.
Roger, your mission on the lake has always been the fishing from day one that I know you. So I don't care if there's a fish out there at all. I really don't, and I live on the lake. So it's not my mission to stock the lake. It's a lot of people in the township, they don't care if there's fish out here, they don't use it. It's the township's money,
Yeah.
and we should just be
It's
more
fine.
aware of what we're
Yeah.
spending it on.
I
Here's the
agree.
time.
Do you agree that being that it came from the Hudson Lake Conservation Club,
Has nothing to do with it.
that's where the money came from?
I don't care, it has nothing to do with it. It
I
came
mean,
from the
if
woman
you
that
had-
owned that property.
She's right.
That's my comment. So,
That's fine.
I
I'm good.
I object to it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Any other public comment? Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just as
Sure.
an informational, the sign belongs to the township.
Awesome.
It was vandalized when I was trustee, I just took the same wording that Ron Hora put up there years ago, but we installed that sign. So that sign belongs to the
Okay.
township.
I just wanted to,
Yeah,
Did it ever have some kind of,
I don't know. I just
The
took the
time
same
thing?
wording from the old sign and just put it on the new. So
Yeah.
it's been there for 20 years,
yeah,
at least.
is that,
There's always gonna be kids down there, and there's always gonna be issues, you know that, Roger.
I
You've been
agree.
around a long
I know.
time. And you can post closed ad,
yeah,
but you have no, the township does not have
Enforcement.
police authority.
yeah.
So,
We'd still be calling the police and then
you
they,
still be calling it,
and you could call the police now without that there, and like with our instance, they'll ask people to leave anyways, and so you're still gonna have to call police. I mean, yeah, giving them a heads up, but we can post online. I gotcha. Appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know.
but that
Did
is the township sign.
Excellent. Any other public comment? Thank you for that. Excellent. All right. Well, it seems we may be done here. May I,
Make a motion, meeting adjourned.
thank you for that.
Second
Second.
that.
And all in favor?
Alright.
Have a great
Aye, aye.